Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marnise Nicole. I am an acrylic artist and I absolutely love to read as well. That is my hobby. That is one of my many passions, and sometimes it's just my first love. I love books, I love reading, and I also love collecting books. As you can see behind me with my mini library, I have tons and tons of books. But what's happened since I've become a painter is that I've started collecting art books, mostly for inspiration, a few for techniques. I love books and I just love to have them, and I'm always looking now for that next book to love. And recently I actually picked up a new art book, and so I thought I'd share my current collection of art books. The first book is a book for specifically inspirational needs. I haven't been able to study any artist in depth, and so I picked up this book while I was at a recent museum exhibit, and this is A Year in Art, a painting a day. And this is 365 art paintings from different time periods, from different artists, from different art styles. It's everything in one, and it's a great way for me to discover different artists, different techniques, different styles, and then be able to do my own self-study going forward. Here is a painting, and this is the painting Palazzo Ducale in Venice. This was in 1755, and this is the actual recreation of the portrait, or a photograph of the portrait. And on this side you will see a quote. You know, this is just something to flip through every single day, find different art styles that I enjoy, find different artists and painters and masters, and just, you know, inspire myself. This is what I got it for. And it's a fairly big book. The photos in here are so clear and so nice. This is a great way to be able to, you know, see it all. And so I'm so glad I have this book, and now I'm adding it to my collection. The most personal book in my art collection is actually my own. At the new year, I had created a book of my own artwork, and this spans all of 2016. Every piece of artwork I created, all of my sketches, all of my mishaps, all of my successes, documenting my style and different projects that I worked on. And so this is my art book. It's dubbed A Collection of Art by artist Marnise Nicole, year 2016. And I fully intend to document my paintings in my own personal little book every single year. And for some, I want to create books on series, and I feel like you should always keep and document everything. It's nice to have it online, it's nice to have it on your website, but sometimes you'll sell paintings, you'll get rid of sketchbooks, you will forget about pieces because you're putting out so much quality. And here I have it all documented, my whole year of painting, and I absolutely love that I have this. A gift from my twin is Intuitive Painting Workshop, and this I love because I mentioned several times that I wanted to get involved with abstract art, and typically I paint very abstracted females. They're not realistic in nature, and sometimes I create with an over-exaggerated silhouette or with over-exaggerated features, and it's all towards my art style. But I wanted to go very abstract. I wanted to see some different techniques to do unrecognizable abstracts, just fluid in motion, fluid in design, and I wanted to learn some techniques for abstract painting. And so she picked this book up, and this is a great book. It has prompts and techniques and series, and it's seasonal, and so it gives you inspiration, and then it gives you some spring ideas, and then every month is a breakdown of a project that you can create and how you would create it. It's a great workshop. It teaches, and yet it lets you explore, so that's great. With the book set I'm about to show you, I've definitely been getting much better. I can't wait to finish my sketchbook so that I can show you my progress, because it is visible. It is very visible, and I attributed basically to these books, from their lessons, from their techniques, from their inspiration for helping me improve. And I recommend it for anyone who's wanting to sketch. The first book being Sketching and Drawing. This is one of the newer books that I have, but I very much like the layout and the approach to teaching you how to sketch. And this is not just figures, this is clothing, this is landscapes, this is furniture and everything, and it's teaching you, and it's teaching you in a very visual way. And I'm such a visual learner that this was perfect for me. And it's just a great read in general. I love books that are not just step by step, do this, do this, do this. I want you to explain it to me. I want you to give me the benefits, the pros, the cons, everything about what I'm learning. And that's the best way for me to learn. And for a self-taught artist, for a self-taught sketcher, this book I definitely recommend. And this is Sketching and Drawing First Step series. And this is by Kathy Johnson. She has more in the First Step series, so definitely check her out. This book is the complete life drawing course, and this I definitely needed because I have yet to attend a life drawing class. And this one is by Diana Constance, so definitely check her out as well. Classic Heads and Faces, and this is the Walter Fields book. It's a collection of his tutorials, and this is how he draws in a more classical style. He was a very, very, very popular sketcher drawer, and this is about his style. This is his archives of his work, and this has helped me the most because it really goes in well to proportions, and proportions for different genders and ages. It talks about children, it talks about elderly people, it talks about boys at their teens versus boys as toddlers, and that right there, that specific breakdown for proportions really helped me with when it comes to faces, especially because I'm really trying to work on realistic portraits, and this book right here helps so much. And this really is a more tutorial based one. It's a step-by-step, and it shows you step by step how to get everything done, and I just really like this. It's in a very simple way to follow, and this is a very nice style to adapt even to my own style. This was one of the first sketching books I picked up, and this is Sketching People, and this is a more well-rounded guide about how to sketch outside, how to sketch and capture scenes outside. That's the focus of this book, and it shows you the tools you need to be doing live sketching. It gives you helpful tips. It focuses on different areas of the face and how to capture them. Section on the nose, section on ears, section on your mouth. That's really great, and I just love the format because it's so colorful and it's so good for a visual learner. I feel like just some of the pages and the spreads, it's just so great. There we go. See, this is perfect. And I really love this book. And this is one of my well-used books. One of my final sketching books. I haven't really used that much, but this is expressive figure drawing. And I will be using this more once I finally finish, you know, and get to a certain point excelling with my sketching. But this is more of how to take a figure sketch and get it creative and then expressive and broad strokes, and how to make it more abstract, how to make it more fun, how to make it more flowy. And that's what this book is. And so I'll move on to this after I finish excelling and getting to a certain point with my sketches. But this is a fun book. But yeah, love this book. I have Great Masters of French Impressionism, and I'm sure I didn't say that quite right, but this is a book, a collection of French artists, and specifically artists who use the Impressionism style, and it has a collection of their works, some explanations, you know, some breakdowns, and talks about the different artists, the time frame, different techniques, etc. And I just really like this book because, one, If you didn't know, I'm very much entranced with the French culture. I love France. I'm learning French currently, although I'm not that good yet. And I plan to one day retire in France. And I just thought this would be nice to have one to explore the style, explore the great masters. I really want to learn the history of art and where it's come from, and see the greats and get inspired by them. And this is just a nice reference book to have. I picked up How to Draw and Paint Fairyland, and this I got as a kind of impulse buy because I want to incorporate fairies into my work. And this book goes over like their lands, their grounds, their fairy friends, their trees, their groves, their castles, just, you know, myths and things about fairies, and then kind of how to draw them. Yeah, that's it. I just quickly grabbed this. I saw it on Amazon and I'm just really excited about it. One of the first art books I picked up was Dynamic Acrylics, and this was about basically how to use acrylic paints in order to create these dynamic concepts for art, how to use bold colors, how to do bold concepts. And it has a few tutorials and step-by-step guides, but mostly it showcases her work and how she goes about getting the work done, what she uses. And this is Soraya French. And so I love her style of painting. I absolutely love it. I love the color choices that she used. That in and of itself is inspiring. And I also just love her style of painting. She has her own work throughout, as well as a few examples of other artists who use the same type of styles and techniques. This was just a great read. I've gone through it a couple of times now, and I would definitely recommend it for anyone who wants to take their art to the next level. Learning to paint in acrylics with 50 small paintings. And this I picked up at the very beginning of my painting because I wanted to learn how to paint. And this does have 50 lessons for 50 small paintings and 50 different styles of painting. And it shows you different techniques. It's a very beginner book. I definitely recommend it if you've never worked with acrylic paint ever. If you've never painted before and you're picking up a paintbrush for the first time, I recommend this book. Not only does it give you 50 small paintings to complete and be proud of and accomplish step by step, each painting is teaching you different techniques. Like each painting is giving you lessons on proportions, lessons on shading, lessons on blending, lessons on creating a scene, creating a concept. This is a great book to start off with. It's definitely more of a beginner book, and you should know that going in. If you are creating your own works, creating your own concepts, have had art experience in the past, this would be more of a refresher course for you, or a way to learn about different techniques you haven't experienced yet. Again, there's 50 different paintings here that you get to explore with. And so it's a quick book. It explains everything, materials. It explains concepts. It explains the color choices and why you use them and how you use them. And just for example, it literally step by step shows you and explains the colors over here, what brushes you'll be using, why you'll be using those brushes, everything. So this is a great book for beginners. Daily painting. This is a book I picked up because I wanted to join the daily painting movement. It's a lot harder than you would think when you have a full-time job, a family, life, dogs, to find time to paint. And this book has been inspiring to try to keep me, if not daily, every other day painting. This is a great book. It is not 365 days of daily exercises for painting. Don't go in thinking that it'll give you something, a prompt or something for every single day of painting, but it will inspire you to. It will give you the reasonings of why, how it's helped them grow, that sort of thing. It's a great book. There are some projects for you to try. It does go over subjects extensively: composition, how to be loosen with your work, how to use photographs in your work, that sort of thing. And so this is a great book, and it's fairly inexpensive, and I just think if you're into daily painting, this is a great book to keep you going. The final book that I want to show you is Abstract Exploration. And again, I've been wanting to do more abstract work, and this is a book about techniques. in order to create abstract works. And so I've been going through this to, you know, find some techniques that fit my style and see what I want to explore with and that sort of thing. And this I haven't used as much as a fairly newer book for me, but I do like the artwork that's portrayed here. I do like some of the techniques. I will be trying them, and I have already picked up a lot of the suggested materials for these techniques. And so that is all of the books that I have currently. Quite a few. I think that is 13 in total, and I am always picking up new books, so I will continue to keep you updated. I seriously recommend these books for beginners. I recommend these books for artists looking for new techniques. Now, if you have any interesting art books that you think I should grab, I'm always looking for the next art book to add to my collection. So if you have any good ones, some suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. Again, my name is Marnise Nicole. I'm an acrylic artist. Thanks so much. Bye.